Joining us right now, and I'm so glad this isn't a wrap-up interview. This is a preview interview, and we'll look a little behind us to last weekend. For your San Francisco 49ers, 2 wins away from a championship, but we never look ahead of the next game. From Sacramento, Arik Armstead. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How you doing?
I am, the thing is, I've known you long enough. This is sad. You're out there. You're the one risking injury. You're the one hitting and getting hit. I just have a feeling that my blood pressure was probably higher than yours last weekend. That's how I'm doing. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, games are pretty intense, but at the end of the day, it's just football for us. So we go out there and do what we do.
What's different for you now from your first year or two, maybe, when you've always been such an even-keeled dude, but is there anything different from when you were a rookie or second year to now when you get in these situations? Do they still phase you? Do you still get nervous at all?
Yeah, this is my third NFC championship now. At this point, so I have some experience playing in big time games, and it really just comes down to which each game, things get magnified a little bit, but it really just comes down to the simple things in football, and that's playing physical. For me, getting off blocks, making plays, for other positions, throwing the ball, catching the ball, covering people. The simple things and execution is what wins you games at this point.
I'm just going to get it out of the way right away because I'm sure you've been hearing about it all week. When I saw the play with Dak towards the end of the game in the end zone, all I could think of was Arik doesn't want to get a flag. I heard a couple of your comments afterwards. Sounds like that was part of it. Is that just you being cautious in that situation?
Yeah, for sure. He took his hand off the ball to throw, and in that situation, I didn't want to get a roughing the passer, and then he tucked the ball back when he saw me, and it was just a bang bang play that I was a little hesitant in because of all the roughing the passer calls as of late in the league. So I wish I would have had that one back and just would have tackled him down. Obviously, but it is what it is, and we're moving on.
Yeah, but at the same time, and I think that's an IQ play on your part, a good IQ play, because it obviously didn't end up hurting anything. You guys won the game. But the part people don't think about is, okay, what if you did throw the ball? What if you do get the rough in the passer? Momentum change. It's just people don't think that way.
Yeah, for sure. They think about what happened and not about what could have happened. And, football is a game of inches. It's a lot going on. Quick decisions have to be made. And in that situation, I was running straight at him. I thought he saw me and was going to throw the ball. And obviously, I didn't want to kill him and get a rough in the passer call. So
yep.
I kind of let up a little bit in that situation. And, looking back, I wish I hadn't, obviously, more
right.
than I think I wanted a game-ending sack safety more than anyone else in the world does. So, but it is what it is.
Is what it is. Arik Armstead with us. You remember Floyd Mayweather, the boxer?
For sure.
So Floyd used to do this thing. If you ever watched him fight, where first few rounds, maybe his opponent would get a round or two. Floyd wouldn't throw a lot of shots. He'd just kind of do his thing. And then he would just dominate the last 6, 7, 8 championship rounds. And I keep thinking about your defense and Floyd Mayweather and how he did that. It almost seems like if you're going to get to you guys, get to you early, because once the third and fourth quarter hit, it just seems like you guys have, I don't know if you're in a rhythm, if you've downloaded everything. I know halftime adjustments are overrated, but it really seems kind of like that Mayweather style where you've downloaded what you need, and the third and fourth quarter, you guys are just airtight.
Yeah, well, I mean, that comes down to, traditionally offenses have their first 15 plays. They're on a script of things they want to do. The offensive coordinator, he has these 15 plays that they've been practicing all week and trying to attack your weaknesses. And then after that, it's just football. There's only so many things you can do so many different plays you can run. And so, after that, it's just settling in, making those adjustments, and it's just man on man football at that point. There's no tricking anybody. There's no scheming you up. It's just who's going to execute in those moments.
You guys got the win, and the press is going as usual crazy in Dallas. But that really seemed like a tough game. I know what the score was. I know it was close, but man, that really seemed like an old school football, hard hitting, every point counted type of matchup.
Yeah, for sure. It was a dogfight game. We knew it would be. They have a good team. Fortunately, we made enough plays to win the game in the end, but we knew what kind of game that was going to be. Two, great defenses. They also have a talented offense as well. We have an extremely talented offense. So it was just going to come down to those crucial moments, and we made plays to win the game. But have a good team, and I'm sure they're going through it in Dallas and have high expectations. And, we sent them 2 years in a row. So I'm sure that's a tough pill to swallow.
Well, you and I grew up and not too far removed from the old school rivalry. There's always been that rivalry with Cowboy and Cowboy fans who I absolutely can't stand. I know you got to be a little more classy than I do, but it's got to mean a little extra something to send all those people back home with the L.
Yeah, it's anytime you call yourself America's team, it's it's a good feeling. There's more people that aren't fans in America of the Cowboys than that are. So it's a good feeling for sure.
Arik Armstead with us. Nick Bosa, who is almost certainly, I would think, going to be Defensive Player of the Year. He said today that Arik Armstead is the quarterback of the D-line. He sent a group text early this week to the 49ers outlining what they need to do to handle Philly. When you hear something like that, obviously, I know you take being a leader very, very seriously, but to have somebody like Nick and the rest of that line really look up to you and really follow your lead, that's got to feel really good.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like that's my responsibility as a person, as a player on this team that's been here a while and has seen a lot. It's my responsibility to help out the other guys, and stuff I see, I share with them, give them ideas, and just what it's going to take to win this game, and how offenses are trying to attack us, and how they're trying to exploit what we do, and things to be aware of. And that's my responsibility, for this group, heading into games, heading into big time games. It's imperative that we execute at a high level, and it's going to be the little things that win you the game.
So obviously, both as a Niner fan and as a friend of yours, I won't ask you what was in the text. Maybe after you guys won the Super Bowl, I'll ask. But I'm not going to ask you what was in the text. But I am curious. I mean, as much as you're willing to talk about, is it a long, like detailed, like this matchup and this matchup type of thing? Is it more of like, let's go out and beat some tail and kill it? And do you get into the details and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. It's a few big hitter items that I feel like we need to be aware of. And kind of what I think of, what I think of our opponent and how ways that we can beat them and be successful. And of course, I'm confident walking into the game with my guys and our group that we're going to win and go out there and get that done.
Going into Philadelphia, those fans, like somebody said to me the other day, Philly fans are what people think Cowboy fans are. And there aren't that many more hostile environments than that. I got to imagine that adds, you don't need the motivation, but that gets the hair on the neck a little bit up.
Yeah, for sure. Philly is a sports town. I'm sure they're going to be loud, and it's, going to be a crazy atmosphere. And that's fun and exciting for us as well to play in an environment like that, go on the road, and hopefully silence the crowd.
Talk to me just a tiny bit about Philly. Obviously, you guys are going to keep a lot close to your chest, and we all appreciate that. But Jalen Hurts, I imagine, head of the snake, proposes a lot of different issues for you guys. So how do you approach a team like that had a ton of regular season success?
Yeah, they're a really good team, and I think they've been really, buying into the type of quarterback that Jalen Hurts is, and running their offense around that. And they have talent all across the board, and it's definitely going to be a huge challenge for us. But I think we'll be up for it.
And do you think in these situations, once you get this far, Philly's kind of really come on this year, and I won't say out of nowhere, but really come on this year. You guys, as you said, this is your third NFC Championship game. You guys have a Super Bowl meeting as well with the Chiefs from a few years back. You're used to this type of pressure. Does that make a difference, do you think? Is there an advantage for the Niners being under those lights at all?
Yeah, I mean, we have experience of playing in these big time games, as do they. They have a bunch of guys who won a Super Bowl not too long ago on their team. So I think everybody knows what type of game it's going to be, and I'm sure everyone can't wait to partake in it.
Last question for you. I know we've talked about routine before, and we've talked about diet, nutrition, all kinds of stuff. Arik, Saturday hits. Take me through Saturday night. Once you're done with work and all that, what are you doing Saturday night, Sunday morning until you until you get there? What's your mindset? What's your routine?
Well, we don't typically get out of meetings until about 9:30 Saturday night, so there's not much time. Grab a snack. Um, if we have a later game, later in the day game, I may stay up watching a little more film Saturday night, and then just getting some sleep and waking up and starting to prepare mentally, get a good breakfast and head over to the stadium, start getting my body ready and everything going for the game.
I know you're disciplined, so I got to ask you this too. Do you ever have to force yourself to go to, like, do you ever find yourself watching film the night before and saying, Arik, I got to put this iPad down, I got to go to bed, or is that not a challenge for you?
Yeah, 100%. Sleep. I am pretty disciplined, but sleep is always a challenge of, you know, forcing myself to go to sleep sometimes.
Now you got the little at home too, so you know what it's like to work on no sleep. So hey, listen, as always, I tell you this every time. Stay healthy out there, be safe as you can. And my hands are getting clammy right now just thinking about this. You got the whole 916 and beyond behind you guys, and good luck out there. And let's have another Super Bowl conversation here in a week.
Appreciate you. Yeah, can't wait.
That's Arik Armstead. We will be right back.